even your soap and toothpaste, and will be given like the weirdest looks from the lady teachers. This was the most torturesome every way, but still they'll make you run. The school memories are always special. For me, the school memories are not only special, but they are a little weird to the level that at times I feel, was I altogether on a different planet? I have studied in Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya for 5 years, which is essentially a boarding school, but it was very different from a normal boarding school. We had the strangest rules and regulations. This might give you Gurukul vibes from Mohabbatein and even more.
परंपरा, प्रतिष्ठा, अनुशासन, ये इस गुरुकुल के 3 स्तंभ हैं.
By the end of this video, you will literally struggle to picturize how this all could be true. So here I am with a story time, and I'll talk about 5 strange things which I lived through for 5 years in my school. Number 1, no talking to boys. Yes, you heard it right. No talking to boys. And yes, this was not a girls' school, by the way. This was a co-ed. So you study together, eat together, play together, do everything together, but just don't talk. I mean, this was a kind of unsaid rule which is passed on from generation to generation. Our seniors told us about this, though I have never heard it from the teachers itself. But if you are caught talking to a guy, you will be asked for the purpose and will be given like the weirdest looks from the lady teachers. You might be wondering, how is that possible? To answer that, yes, the students secretly talk to each other. They would write letters, find the weirdest corner where they can talk for like 2 to 5 minutes. The most. How much ever we hated it then, now looking back, I enjoyed it so much. Because of this rule, so little meant so much. People in my school who had a crush, but by crush I don't mean one-sided crush. Both of the parties are crazy about each other, but still they spend years trying to sneak a look from the other person before they can actually gather the courage to ask out the other person. Today's time, you have a crush this month, and by next month either you are dating the other person or you have moved on. But I have seen people stuck with the same person for years. This is not even so long back. I don't know if you guys know or not how old I am. The time I'm talking from 2003 to 2008. I have been in that boat myself, so there's altogether a different kind of happiness in this. The second weirdest rule is we went to school 4 times a day. If you think your school is a pain, you don't know what we were in for. So we would go to school from like 7 a.m. to 1 in the noon. This part is no different. Just like any other school, having different classes for different subjects, but a couple of hours later, you are back to school. So from 3:30 to 4:30 p.m., we had a class which we called remedial. This would be dedicated to only one subject a day. That particular day, for whatever subject it is, go to school and the teacher would be there in the class. So you go to them, ask any questions that you have, any doubts that you have, or the teacher can go on to explain a particular topic that they want to in detail. So remember, this is a boarding school and students do not have access to private tuitions. This is a kind of tuition that you can say, but frankly, this is right after we have lunch, and most of the time people will be dozing off. But you have to be careful not to get caught. If there's nothing in particular that you would like to ask the teacher, or if the teacher is not teaching as well, you just sit and do your self-study for that particular subject on that day. Third round starts at 6:30 in the evening and goes up until 7:30. So this is what we call evening class. This is, I think, the most favorite of all students, because this is the only time throughout the day where you get to wear your casual clothes and go to class. Every other time you meet the opposite gender, you are always either are in school uniform or in sports uniform. And by the way, we weren't allowed to wear a lot of stuff too, but that will come up in a different video. This is the only time you get to see those style statements. This is again like remedial, except for the fact that this is not dedicated to a subject and this is mostly self-study. Teachers will be just taking rounds. You sit and do your homework or study anything that you want. They just want to make sure that students are not chilling out in the hostels, so they made this class so you are bound to study. So this is already 3 times you've been to school, but the 4th time you have to be in school is specifically for board classes. And guess what the timing is? Morning 5 to 6:30. Oh my god. This was the most torturesome. This is again self-studies, but most of the class will be sleeping anyways. For the morning class, we won't have a dedicated teacher though. I guess they also wanted to sleep. Only a couple teachers would be on duty and they'll just also take rounds and probably sleep in the staff room. I don't know, but they weren't around all the time. Have these opportunities to sleep, but you again have to be careful not to get caught. By the way guys, if you think this is altogether too weird, let me tell you that Navodaya Vidyalayas have a very good track record when it comes to scores of students in board classes. Why not? When you make the students study the hell out of your book. But now looking back, I'm so grateful because of these 4 classes that we had to attend. Probably I had a pretty good score in 10th. Worked out for me. Third annoying thing was you had to run for 2 to 4 kilometers every day. And if some of you think that it's not a big deal, so let me tell you guys, this is not optional. So you might be the biggest nerd, cracking the subject every way, but still they'll make you run, though this is not your forte. Did I mention it's 5 a.m. in the morning? If getting up so early was not difficult enough, you gotta start running as soon as you are up. Frankly, in winters, sometimes when we used to start, it was still dark. So you can imagine the kind of pain. It will not always be 2 to 5 kilometers though. On a good day, it'll be like 1.5 kilometers, a few rounds of your hockey ground, followed up with some serious practicing of some serious games like basketball, volleyball, handball, and a lot of more games. So most of the days we'll be taking these rounds inside one of the playgrounds that we had. So you just take rounds, and if you feel a little bit tired, you can slow down a little bit, occasionally stop. But of course the teacher will chase you, but you do have that option, worst case. But the darkest days were when we were taken out of the premises to run. So there used to be this temple which was like 2 kilometers from our school. They literally used to make us run to the temple and come back. And let me tell you, in this trip, which is effectively of 4 kilometers, you cannot stop, because if you do, you will be left alone on a strange place. You gotta make it back to school, right? These trips literally haunt me to the day. But let me tell you, I have seen the most beautiful sunrises, because the boarding school is of course not in the main city, outer part of the city where there is not a lot of buildings and crowd and pollution and these things, and the sunrises were so pretty. I'm so grateful because of this entire running and playing thing. I was a really obese child who weighed like 45 kgs at the age of 10, and because of this whole running and playing situation, by the time I was 15, I was still 41. 5 years later, I'm still lighter than what I used to be at 10. That is an achievement worked out for me. By the way guys, if you're liking this video, please consider subscribing. That will help me a lot and give me the motivation to keep going and make all of this awesome content for you guys. The fourth thing is, though it's weird, but it's good for us, I had to pay like zero rupees for anything in the 5 years of education I've had there. So basically this is a central government boarding school, and this was originally designed for students from rural areas so that they can also have access to good education. Frankly, I was lucky enough to get there because 75% of the quota is for rural and backward castes, and I fall in neither of those. They had a very slim margin for students who are from cities and are not from backward castes. Somehow I made it in that 5%, I believe. You have to of course appear for an exam and be in that merit to get in the school, but once you are there, everything is free. And by everything, I mean starting from your uniform, your books, your boarding, your food, even your soap and toothpaste. Oh my god, they literally used to give us soap and toothpaste and brushes as well, and any stationery that you might need. So I had to pay like nothing for 5 years. But given the kind of reputation that the government schools have in our country, I would say this was entirely different from any other government school that you might have seen. CBSE of course had its own rules. The examination was exactly the same which the other CBSE students had to appear from urban areas. This is a place where an underprivileged kid can get the exact good quality of education like a privileged kid gets in their urban private schools. Also, their families will have one less mouth to feed. I have personally seen people who have come from the most poorest parts. They have made such a big name for themselves, and I believe they are sole breadwinners currently in their family.
I've made excuses in my life, but never before. it seems so serious to show me the door. Don't forget, I know you've always been blinded. With a face like mine, you'll never.
So this school has done so much good to so many students. These students, if not for Navodaya, would have not even completed their schooling. So yeah, this is a great initiative from the government, but the rules are still strange. The last tiring point is you can't sleep straight from 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. If you think it's not a big deal, let me tell you, when I'm saying 5 a.m. to 10 p.m, we are not chilling around. We are constantly running for the next class, or we have to get to our sport, or we have to go to any of the duties that we had, which were like cleaning duties, food serving duties, and n number of more duties, which I'll talk in some other video. But we were constantly running for one thing to another. Technically, we did had a 1 hour window post lunch where you can rest probably, but that was also kind of shady. So let me explain it to you. From 1:30 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. we were having lunch. By 3:30 p.m. you already have to be in class. So in between 2:30 and 3:30 you'll have to go to hostel, change, do a couple chores that you have, get ready for the next class, and God forbid if you were on a food serving duty that day. That just means that everyone else had their food by 2:30 and left, and you start eating at 2:30. By the time you finish your food, it's already time to rush for the school, and that's how it goes. So it won't be wrong to say that if you are up at 5 a.m, then sleeping is a distant dream to you. Literally 10 p.m, only and only when you can go back to sleep. And yeah, that's tiring and hectic. I'm not sure how I lived through it, but it didn't feel as much as pain as it sounds right now, because everyone else was exactly doing the same. So you know, there is a driving force, everyone going to every place together. Let me just tell you, this was just scratching the surface. I have a million things to share more about my school, so let me know in the comments what next topic would you want me to address. So yeah, that would be it for this video. Stay safe, wear mask, and I'll see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.